Hi, I hope you're good and safe. So, today I'll present to you my linguistic analysis on the New Zealand English and I'll compare it to our English, the Canadian one. So, in New Zealand, everything began in 1840 when a captain and his crew arrived in New Zealand and they brought with them from New England their culture and the language. And it's pretty the same story as Canada. I mean, people from Europe came on our territory, but with their language and everything. But us, it was at first French, but they changed for English with time. I don't know if it's like Canada. The guy was looking for India, but ended in New Zealand for them. But us, Canada, I don't know, but that's it. I think they have a pretty similar story to ours, but they also have similarity. I mean, they have different classes that speak the English, but in New Zealand, they call them not like us. Them, it's more the cultivated, the general one, and the broad one, which in Canada is professional, middle, and poor. But like Canada, they have different dialect, which in New Zealand they call it the Maori, something like that. I don't know. But in Canada, but because of French, we have some differences. But Canada, there's more because more country wanted it. Like we had the French, English, German influence, and but even with that, the two English are often compared because of the inflection of the voice we have when we speak. But yeah, uh, to prove it to you, I have some different phonological differences. In Canada, we say the word bear, the animal, but in New Zealand they would say beer, like the beverage, and they pronounce it like this because when they have two consecutive vowel, they will like combine them and pronounce it like a high. So that's why in bear there's the e and the a. They will just combine them and say one, like beer, like just like the beverage. They also, I find this one very funny. When they have a vowel in front of the letter L, they will change it. For example, the word milk, they will change the I for another vowel. For example, a U. They will say milk. So at morning they, they drink milk, not milk. And I think it's very funny. But not, they don't pronounce differently. They also have words that we don't, that we have different word than them, which is semantic differences. For us, we have a lake house, which is a house close to a lake, and we used to relax there. But for them, they call it a batch. Why? Because sorry, they have batches, which it refers to a family holiday home. So for them, they go there for holiday and pretty much it. So that's why they call it a batch. They also have a togs, which for them it's a swimsuit, and they call it a togs because of the British influence they have. Because in United Kingdom they call togs for clothing. So for them they just use the word togs for swimsuit. So that's pretty much it. They also have morphology differences. When we speak in the past, we often use the ed ending, but for them they use more often the irregular form. Like for example, I burned my foot. They will say I burnt my foot, like with a T. So to show it to you, I did the syntax tree. We don't see very well. Okay, and that's our, like we can see, we have the verb stem, which is burn, and we have the verb suffix, which is ed, to have the verb burn. But for them it's different. They will have the verb stem burn, just like us, but the verb suffix will change. They will just have a t, and it's not a big difference, but for us the irregular form, we don't use it very often. But they also have syntax differences. Like for example, We don't very often use very often the past participle, but them, it's more, they use it more than the past in general. So for example, if you ask someone, oh, did you see my photos, for them they will just say, seen my photos. And I also did the syntax trees. So us, we have the did, which is the auxiliary, which is in the sentence, is a compound. We have the you, which is a pronoun, it's a noun phrase. We have the verb saw, which is the verb, and we have my photo, which is a determinant and a noun that makes a noun phrase. And we combine them and we have a beautiful sentence. But in New Zealand, we will see that you can see that you just have three words in the sentence: seen and my photos. Seen is uh, a verb, of course, which is the verb phrase. But they have my photos, it's the noun phrase, just like our Canadian one. But yeah, so they don't use the past very often. So, oh, I saw my friend yesterday, and you would just say, oh, seen my friends yesterday. So yeah, that's another difference they have with our English. So that's pretty much what I found on those both of Englishes, the New Zealand one and the Canadian one. So that's it. I I hope I did great and you enjoy my watching my videos. So have a great day. Bye bye.